Good morning and welcome to another edition of preview of Outside of Genie for today, 29th of July, where we will be racing from Scottsville. Before we look at the fields for today, Outside of Genie provide a service where we do an analysis of each race and we give you the punter a selection where we think the horse that will win the race plus two outsiders that we think are capable of winning or being placed in the race to try and give you the bigger dividend. We post this every day on our channel, so please, if you want to receive notifications when we post our video, just click on subscribe now and ring the bell. Then it's always nice to get feedback um, from your subscribers. Here I've got some people who said that they're following me, and I have helped them to pick some winners. Notably, this person, Karish, he listened to my interview with Straight On for July, and we managed to give him 4 winners. The actual truth was on the day we gave you 5 winners. Winter Story, Dynasty Blossom, Nabira, Gaelic Princess, and Famous Fox. And we were strong on Gaelic Princess and Famous Fox. And that double worked out to 100 to 1. I just want to mention that we are on social media, Twitter, Instagram, and our WhatsApp number is that number. And then if you want to advertise something, it doesn't have to be horse related. It can be anything. We can talk to us. We got very good rates. And we offer a subscription service. The video will always be for free, but with the subscription, we give you race by race selections. We give you value bets. We give you best bets of the day. Sometimes we give you a best bet as high as 6 to 1. The other day we gave you a horse that was best bet of the day at 13 to 2. Then give you suggested trifectas and quartets, affordable PAs and big 6. And then we have a special offer. If you subscribe, our normal rates are 400 Rand per month. But if you subscribe now for August before and pay before on 31st July, you're only going to pay 400 Rand. And then you will you will receive the selections like this every day. We will post it on a group, and you will get this nice sheet with all your selections all on one sheet, whether you can print it or just use it from your phone as you wish. Yeah, and then let's go and have a look at the fields today. I just want to mention one or two things. The last 2 days was rough on punters. Really, even I battled. I haven't experienced this in a very long time. We were just taking a hiding on Monday and Tuesday, and I must warn you today at Scottsville, it doesn't look much better. We can kick off the day with 4 juvenile races. I don't recommend punting on juvenile races. It's impossible because there's no form analysis that you can do. So, but I just want to draw your attention to something. Now, I do know that this jockey has got a very big following, Anton Marcus, and I'm not the person who shoots down a person when he's having a rough time, but Anton Marcus of late is having a bit of a rough time finding winners. He's now on a 23 race losing streak. The last winner he rode was on the 15th of July. And since this being the last meeting that he can ride a winner for the season, it is important that we see what he's riding. He's riding a horse in the first race for Glenn Cotson, then race 6 for Brett Crawford, then race 7, number 10 for Mike Miller, and then in the last, he's riding for Dennis Bosch. So maybe you want to follow those horses and try your luck. because he is bound to break that that losing streak. I mean, he just can't go on forever, and I'm sure he wants to end the season on a winning note. So that's just something that you have to look out for today. Now, as I said, the first 4 races are all juvenile races. I'll have a look at the betting now. There's just 1 or 2 things I want to draw your attention to. Number 10, Jack Lack, ran on Saturday, but he ran nowhere, about 10 or so lengths behind the winner. Here is Burning Wings, which Alton Marcus is riding. It's had some 2 nice races on the poly. Now it's running on turf in Scottsville. So yeah, unfortunately, I'm not a big favor of this breeding Alado. I think this stallion has been a bit disappointing, to say the least. So I will definitely not be playing in this race. Then the second favorite in this race is Eyes on Tiger. He ran on Saturday. He ran midfield, about 8 lengths behind the winner, which was in the same race as Jack Lack. And this is second favorite, Lyle Hewitson, riding this one. Then in the next race, we have number I want to quickly just want to try and find it now for you. Just have a look here at the betting. Ty Gold at 17 to 10. I just want to quickly have a look here. Let me just quickly go there. Okay, let's go to form grids. We want to go to Scottsville. Right, we're going to go to Scottsville here. Card B. I'm going to go to race 1. There's Jack Lack. Jack Lack's finished 13.75 behind Forever Mine. Eyes on Tiger finished 8.5 behind Forever Mine. Right, then we want to go to the next race, the second race. Here's Ty Gold. Ty Gold finished 4.75 behind Forever Mine. But it's just another horse I want to check here, which I see also ran. I want to check, maybe it was in race 1. Let's go back to race 1. So horse now I'm looking for, which I just saw the name of, called Netta, but I can't remember where I saw the name Netta. Let me just see where is Netta, because there was something I wanted to Jack Lack. All right, Ty Gold. Oh, it's in race 3. Okay, here's the horse I'm looking for, Netta. That's what I wanted to check. I'm going to check that form. That is in race 3. Because Coleman Speech has got quite a few runners today. His stable is on form. So you want to make sure you don't want to miss any horses. Yeah, here we go. In a juvenile plate on Saturday, Netta ran behind anything goes in a juvenile plate, now back in a maiden. And she ran against, this was in the sports betting juvenile plate, and she ran 9.75 lengths behind. But if you have a look at this horse was a 3-time winner now. She's a glow, has run good races. Sacred Lotus, Glove of Ice was a winner last time out, keeping the peace. So she ran a fair race. She beat Liverpool Legend that was second last time out. Zenex has run a few places. So maybe this is a horse that you want to keep your eye on. Neta, that is for race 3. So let's just quickly run through the betting. I'm sorry about that, but I think it's important that we look at these things for you. 13 to 10 Burning Wings, 13.92 Eyes on Tiger, Ticket to Cairo 5 to 2, Steeplechase 8 to 1, 11 to 1 Rite of Passage, Glory and Sunshine 20 to 1, Coexist 20 to 1, Vivacious 20 to 1, 2 to 1, and Longer the Rest. Then we move on to race number 2. Thai Gold 17 to 10, Bernie's Dream 6 to 1, Ramos Fall 7 to 1, Battle of Sterling 13 to 2, El Toro 8 to 1, Lord Miley 17 to 2, Valencia 10 to 1, 20 to 1, and Longer the Rest. Then we move on to race number 3. Free State Star 4 to 1, Capriana 4 to 1, Wings of Fire 5 to 1, Nirvana Girl 7 to 1, My Lady 7 to 1, Winter Whistle 10 to 1, Admire Me 10 to 1, Legend Hazard 10 to 1, Neta 10 to 1, and 20 to 1, and Longer the Rest. Then we move to race number 4. Validus 8 to 10, free to win, free to win is 3 to 1. King's Crusade 8 to 1, 20 to 1, and Longer the Rest. I just also want to draw your attention to number 12, the 8th Lord. Let me just quickly have a look there. It's another speech inmate that you have to look at, and that is in race 4. Here we are. The distance of this race is 1,600 meters. Now, it's the first time this horse goes over 1,600 meters. It has shown some form over 1450. Last time out, ran a better race, ran on well over the 1,200 Gravel Poly. The 8th Lord, just maybe if you want to play these races, then maybe that should be a horse that you should include into your betting or into your play. So then we'll move on to race number 5, which is a maiden plate over 1,100 meters. Let's look at the betting on race number 5. Here we have Keeps the Light on 5 to 10, Airbus 10 to 1, Conquer the World 14 to 1, Constantia 16 to 1, Capitals Heart 16 to 1, Soweto World 16 to 1, and 20 to 1, and Longer the Rest. Yeah, this is also a race which got a lot of first timers in and 2-year-olds. Also difficult to access. There you got a lot of first timers or horses who have done a lot of form. Here we have Shadow Magic van Willigsmith. On Monday, I said to you must watch out for this trainer. He had a horse that was 150 to 1, which I said you need to put in the back end of your quartets. And that horse was like 150 to 1 or 125 to 1, and the horse duly ran 4th. So I want to give you a warning here. Just keep your eye out. I know it's Kimberley form, but one of these days, one of these ex-Kimberley trainers is going to cause a big upset. So there's not a lot of form. Constantia has been a place getter, can be there and thereabouts. Captain's Heart has had one run, which was not too bad, but the 400 finish was not very expiring, so we'll have to improve. Soweto Hall, Wiley Hall, I love these Wiley Halls, I really do. This horse has run some fair races. First race he ran 23.6, 400 to 4. Finished last time out over the Poly, a little bit slower, but definitely a horse that you can, you need to look out for. And here we have the favorite, where's the favorite? Yes, number 12, Keep the Light On. As had 3 runs. Last time out was in the future behind Caroluma. Caroluma did finish that day. He won by about 4 or 5 rings. So definitely this is why this horse is 10-1. Well, is well bred. She's a Pippa by Vaal, Visionaire, and that is why this horse is short. The horse that I would think that you want to also include in my pick six, I've gone for 2 horses, 11 and 12, Airbus. He ran on the poly, but I'm sure this horse won't have a problem on the grass. Keep an eye out. Warren Kennedy riding. The horses are drawn next to each other, so that is a horse that I would include in my pick six play. Because I think a lot of people will be, because of the sizes of the fields today, they would like to bank a number 12, but yeah, I'm sometimes too scared of just banking a favorite that is so short, because I've seen too many times that a horse like that gets beaten. So then let's move on to race number 6. Guys, as I said today, these races are open today. Really, it is going to be a difficult task to find winners today. It can be the same as the last 2 days. So you're going to have to be careful. I cannot stress that enough. When they start backing 4-1, 5-1 the field, you must know there's going to be a problem finding winners. So here we have number 10, Black Fox, 4-1. Antigonus 9-2, 5-1, Brilliant in Disguise, 9-1, Brass Bell, Freights 10-1, The Master 10-1, 14 long and longer the rest. So let's have a look here at race number 6. Here we have, first of all, number 1, Fred. We did say that you need to watch out for today for Marcus. I'm not sure about this horse. Won a maiden beating Predator. Predator fluffed his lines, couldn't win on Monday in a lower division, running against lower kind of horses. So unfortunately, number 1, Fred for me. I'll pass this one by. Then the horse that I want to look at is way down in the field. It's number 14. Race 6, number 14. It's New Streak. This horse currently 14-1. Now, unfortunately, this race is on a 1600 meter. It is drawn a bit wide, so that's going to be a problem. But if you have a look at this horse, this race, you will see that the average rating for this horse is merit rating for this horse in this race is 78. This horse has run against 82s, 84s, 85s, 82s, 90s, 86s, and look at B division, B division, C division, B division, B division. Now today, this is this one to confirm with you, race 6. So class C, 78. So here we have this horse, number 14, running in a C division, 78. Now, if you can see, he's running against stronger opposition. 234 times since his last win, but I'm sure that this was unfortunately, the draw is a problem, but this horse do seem to run on from behind. So, and he do seems to also run his best races at Scottsville: 9 runs, 2 wins, a second, 2 thirds, 2 fourths. Of course, and this is 2 runs, 1 win. So I would definitely at 14-1. This is real value for money. In other horses that we can look at, in this race, number 10, Black Fox, it's been running on all the time. I've been following this horse for his last 3 runs. Every time I was disappointed. I'm not sure what the problem is. And again today, he's going to come from behind, but he always leaves it too late. But if you have a look here, fastest 400 to finish, second fastest 400. So he always finishes well, but he never gets there. Yeah, but this is a type of horse that's just going to cost you money. Now, I just want to show you here, number 9, Brilliant Disguise. That is the horse, this horse won, and then ran on place, and then he won again at 12-1. Also on Scottsville, 1500 meters last time out on the 4th of July. GENIE riding. This horse can be definitely a contender in this race. So then let's move on to race number. Sorry, I just want to move on to some other horses in this race that you can have a look at. Number 7. You see these horses are close to a brass bell. Number 7 has also been running there and thereabouts. Last time ran against True Words, which is not a bad horse. Has won 5 or 6 races. Here this horse is running in. He won his maiden and then he started running against B division horse 83, 84. Now back a little bit lesser company, definitely in with a chance. Here's Antagonist. Antagonist he's running also against some. He's also had some good runs. That day when he won behind Quick Star, I tipped this as a value bet when he beat Quick Star. So also in with a chance. So let's move on to race number 7. Where we have race number 7. It's a 1950, a E59. Let's look at the betting on race number 7. Where we have number 1 Queen's Plate 4-1. You see again 4-1 the field. Number 10 but Setsana 4-1, 5-1 Clara Sands Dancer 8-1, Green Eyes 8-1, Purple and Gold 10-1, 14-1 and longer the rest. Now race number 7 here I'm placing my destiny in the hands of Anton Marcus. I didn't choose the horse because Anton Marcus was riding it. I choose the horse because of the form that I like of this horse. Now you'll see in this race, the average merit rating is E57. Now this horse has been running against stronger. You'd have a look at E7, 74, 69, 84 last time against Diamond and Pearls. Diamond and Pearls is a very good horse. I think it's already won 4 races. So I really think this is one of Marcus's better rides, and I do hope he brings home the bacon at 4-1. Not a bad investment. Then we look at number 2, Sands Dancer. Sands Dancer has been running on a little bit in his races, and it's always there and thereabouts. And has also been running against strong opposition. So I really think from draw 2, Sands Dancer will be there to be involved in the finish. I just want to confirm with you, Class E 59, you can see for yourself. And then another horse we want to have a look at this race is number 6. Adorable Analia. Adorable Analia also has been running down in class. Sean Wheel, he's riding quite well lately. This horse has been running some good races and has come back last time out. I think it needed a run, but definitely a nice outsider to include into your play. Purple and Gold also a horse that's always running there and about. Jason Gates riding, very competent rider to include into your play. So that's just race 7. So let's move on to race number 8. Race number 8 is 1400 meters for fillies and mares 74, Class D 69. So let's have a look at the betting. Number 3, Sanskrit 3-1, 4-1, Miss Khalifa. Arabiata 6-1, Miss Rosa Parks 17-2, Flaming Desire 12-1, Basiana 14-1, Macaros 14-1, 6-2 14-1, 16-1, Kildonan Bay, Spiffy, and Ladesh, and 20-1, and more the rest. So let's have a look here at race number 8. At race number 8, I want to scroll. Let's make sure it's a D division. It's a 69. I want to scroll down to number 13, Miss Khalifa. This is a Gauteng horse, Cornespie stable, Lyle Hewitson, unfortunately is drawn a little bit wide on 13, but this horse do run on from behind. This horse has run against stronger opposition, and there's no problem on fitness, and I'm sure this horse will be involved there when the photos are taken. Hasn't run on this course, but I don't foresee a problem, and I do believe that this horse has got a realistic chance of winning this race. Then let's scroll up a little bit and have a look at some other horses. Number 5, Kildonan Bay. It's also again Sean Wheel again, Douglas Campbell. This horse has only had 8 runs and has had 1 win in a few places, and I think that this horse has got scope for improvement. It's a 3-year-old filly, and has had some decent runs against strong opposition. Last time out ran in a 86, a B division 86. Now down to a D division 69. I'm sure this horse is going to make her presence felt. And then also want to look at number 6, Miss Rosa Parks. Has also been running there and thereabouts, has won 2 races in a row. That doesn't often happens. And I think also drawn 6, Muzieni riding. I'll definitely, this horse ran behind Sunscript, but they are now a turnaround in weights. There was a half kilogram, and now there's 56. Now there's a turnaround of 3.5 kilograms, 4 kilograms. So that might bring her much closer to Sanskrit. There's lots of horses with this in this race with chances. As I said, a very open race meeting today at Scottsville, and yeah, anything can happen. Number 3, Sanskrit did win last time. Duke of Marmalade filly, well bred. I think she somewhere along the line is because cost has 800,000. I think it's a half sister to Silvano, if I'm not mistaken, but it is well bred. But I'm sure, unfortunately, I don't think this horse is going to recoup the 800,000 rand. But can win. Did win last time, but this is not a sure bet. We then move on to race number 9, where we have come on. Race number 9, where we have a meditating 67 handicap over 1,200 meters, Class D, 65. Let's look at the betting. On race, I just want to mention here that there's been free scratchings 2, 14, and 15. So that brings in to the race number 16, Windy Flight. You must just take note of that. Very important. So the betting 7, Jonathan 5-1 the field. Juniper Lane 6-1. Swagger Jagger 6-1. 15-2 Roy's Magic. 8-1 Master Builder. Windy Flight 8-1. Candle Cove 10-1. 14-1, and better the rest. So without further ado, I want to scroll down to the reserve runner, number 16, Windy Flight. Now, Windy Flight has had 2 runs on this course, and she did win on this course here, beating Washington Square back in January. Now back again. I really feel this horse is competent and will run a good race. Last time out against Jim Cutter, a late effort in a 69. Now we're running in a D65. Jen Cupper runs in the next race, which will be my best bet of the day. So I really feel this horse has got a good chance. Yes, she ran in Scottsville. The day she won, she was running in a merit rating C with a 76 average merit rating. So she's actually down in class from a C to a D division 65. So surely this must be a good bet at the price of 10-1. Then we're going to have a look at, go and scroll up a little bit. While I'm here, let's have a look at number 13, Swagger Jagger. I think this horse also in with a huge chance. Been running well last time out in a 65. did finish well, fastest one of the finish. Also, ex-Joburg horse now campaigning in Natal, and I'm sure that this horse with the -2.5 kilogram will be the stiffest opposition for Windy Flight. So then we want to scroll up to horse number 5. Johnny Black. Johnny Black is hasn't won for 657 days. But now I just want to show to you, this horse ran behind Sinfonico in Cape Town last year. And he ran decent races, and Sinfonico has turned out to be a good, decent racehorse. Has had one run on the poly coming from a rest. I do feel that you should not leave Johnny Black out. Definitely not in your calculations. Then we got Juniper Lane here, as run third last time behind Alfonso Spigatti, moved up well. Here we got Jonathan, he won his last race, he won well, also in the lower division. Free on board, very dangerous jockey, so definitely a horse that has got a chance. Now let's move down to the last race, which is race number 10. Also note here, we've got the markers on Mojito Magic. Didn't run well after the race, but I'll discuss that now. Let us just quickly look at the race here. The race is over 1,000 meters, measured at 78 class C74. And let's have a look at the betting. Now the betting is as follows. Race number 10, number 9, Jim Cutter, 5-2. For me, the best bet on this card that I could find. Alfonso Spagoni, 7-1. 8-1, Mojito Magic, Blaze of Silk, 8-1. Constantine, 8-1. Washington Square, 10-1. 12-1, Somewhere in Time, Hampton Court, 16-1, 20-1, and better the rest. You'll notice that Washington Square was the horse that was beaten by Windy Flight. And Alfonso Spigano, we just had some of his form in the previous race. So let's move up and let's go and have a look at this last race. Let's take a look at number 9, Jim Cutter. Jim Cutter ran in a C78. Now he's running in a C74. So plus minus the same. Sorry, I've got the wrong horse here. Here we are. Plus minus the same division. Did one easy before that. Brightonstone has been placed after that. Captain Hindsight, not a bad horse. Here we've got Christopher Robin, Palace Assembly, some good horses, certifiable one last week. So it has been, I think, was running against stronger opposition in Gauteng. And if the Scottsville track don't find the out, I think this horse will be hard to beat. So for me, the best bet that I could find on this card for the day. Let's have a look at some horses. Here we have number 10, Blaze of Silk. Blaze of Silk is also a constant horse, running constantly. Has also been running against much stronger 85. I think this horse will be the stiffer opposition to Jim Cutter. And these two horses can fight out the finish. Because if you have a look here, this horse runs a lot of places as well. So definitely a horse not to discard. Then I want to have a look at number 12. Number 12 is Constantine. Constantine, Sean Wheel, Dennis Dreyer, very potent combination. This horse runs on at the end, always running on. Ran a decent race in a C81, now in a C74. So a little bit down in class, can definitely be involved in the finish. And then if you look at the rest of the field, lots of horses with chances. Washington Square, there we go. Washington Square, -2.5, has been running there behind Windy Flight. Wolfgang, not a bad horse. Charlie Fox, with the chill, ran a decent race behind, so can also pop up in this race. There's Alpha Spigoni, last time won at 5-1 after the rest. I think is going to just find this race a little bit harder than last time. Furthermore, there's not much. And then we just have a look at number 1, Marcus, Mojito Magic. Yeah, this will be the last ride that he will have for the season. and I'm sure he's going to try his best. This horse did run behind Double Express last time out over the 1200 feet, faded badly over the last 200 meters. Now a little bit shorter. That was on the poly. It's also an ex-Joburg horse. Has had 2 runs in on the poly. Now back on turf. Difficult to predict what this horse will do. I can't recommend this horse with confidence, but the plus factor is Anton Marcus is riding from draw 1, and that is a plus factor. So that concludes our preview for today. For Scottsville, I really tell you to please be cautious today. It's going to be a difficult card again. Don't lose your money, and as I always say, break a leg.